Hi, friends. I'm happy to meet you as I always am. And I always keep telling you that I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to meet you. That's because I am. And I'm still happier to welcome you to this session. So I'm not going to repeat what I always repeat, that is my objection to the word session. I'm sure by now you know why I object to it. Visualize the classroom situation where the teacher reigns supreme with rules, and you have absolutely no fun, no feeling of easiness or friendship, nothing. So this is far from that. Our sessions, if you still call it sessions, to which I object and which I prefer to use the word chat, and you know why? Because there are provisions made for you to chat with me. I needn't go into the details of it. You'll be told all that so that you can raise whatever queries you want. That's like again talking to me in an informal manner. So bear all that in mind, and I'm sure you will feel happy, you will feel easy and about these sessions. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Now, before we start talking about what we intend to today, let's recall what we have been talking about in the previous class. Do you remember? I think we were talking about making, seeking permission to do something. And there are different ways of doing this, and we discussed it in the light of several examples. And in this class, let's talk about sympathizing. You know very well how in our day-to-day lives, there are so many situations where we have to sympathize with other people. And let's look at a few expressions which we usually use on such occasions of sympathizing. Suppose the results have come, selecting people for maybe medicine or engineering or whatever, and you find that your number is not there. Naturally, you are terribly disappointed, and your friend or anybody I think will want to sympathize with you. And how will they express it? I'm so sorry that you didn't make it. But then he may not stop with that, because what's the use of that sympathizing with him? You need to console him, saying, don't worry, there is another list which will come, maybe some, and your number may be there, but still you are not convinced. And then he may further say, see, this is not the end of the world. There is always a second chance you can try, make another attempt. Who knows, the result of that may be better. And also, there are other examples. You are doing your MA, and then you get admission for MBA. Then you want to seek the opinion of another person, and his advice will be, I will advise you to take up MBA, because there are greater opportunities of getting a job. But your course, you can, if you want to complete your course, you can do it later. But the same problem you take to your professor, then he might advise you, say, I think that's not a good advice, a good suggestion. I will suggest that you complete your course first, and then later on you can always take leave and then make and done. So like this, so many examples you get. And then, so sympathy, as I told you, is never rejected, it's accepted. And how do you accept it? As usual, with thank you, Thank you very much. And thank you very much is always responding with, because English is a very polite language. It's always with no mention please, or it's my pleasure, etc., etc. By now, I'm sure even at midnight, if somebody asks you what the response is, you'll be ready with that and with easiness. So, with this, I think we'll wind up today's class. And meanwhile, you know what you're supposed to do. Don't call it practice. A very beautiful, enjoyable, easy time living all these, so that it becomes part and parcel of you. And till then, bye bye, and see you. Cheery.